Oh, well, good evening. Good evening, guys.
What's up? What's up?
Eric, Liz, welcome.
Yep, welcome, Liz.
Welcome to our West Network podcast. How was your guys' day today? I'll start with you, Liz. How was your day today?
No, it was good. It was hot. I spent most of my time at work.
Oh, yeah.
Finished work, came home, kicked back. Yeah.
Yeah, I've noticed this weather is like super, like since Christmas Eve. This has been diabolically hot, man.
Yeah. Lucky for those that have a swimming pool.
Oh, yeah, like the also camps.
So, yeah, thanks for coming on board, Liz. So, yeah, I guess my first question to you was, what do you do?
In what sense?
What do you do for a living?
What do I do for a living? Apart from being a mother, I am a partner, and I work as a peace support worker for Auckland City Mission.
Nice. Okay.
Yeah.
How long have you been doing that for?
So I've been there since April last year, so April 2021. And yeah, it's been going hard since. Yeah.
Oh, did you say since to last year?
Yeah.
Since April. Oh, true, so it's pretty recent.
Nearly a year. I was going to be a year soon.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, so, yeah, okay, so, what, I guess, got you into working for the Auckland City Mission?
So I got hit up by one of the key workers there. She was the bomb. She was one of the a key worker there. And she was like, "Hey, I think you'll be good for this role, and you should just come in and apply." So they're gonna be there. She's like, "Yeah, I'm gonna be there," and so I applied. I didn't think I was gonna get it.
Yeah.
Because I was just like Mr. Vaz back in my days, and so I applied for it, and I got it.
Wow. Were
Yeah.
you stoked?
Oh yeah, I was just like first thing I asked was I am I number one? She was like, "Yes, you're number one." So I was like, "Yeah."
Because I'm not quite aware about what they do at the Auckland Mission. Is it like you help people that need help?
It's pretty much for anybody.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh, true. Is that like people that are struggling or whatever conditions they may be in?
They could be in any condition.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, true.
Okay, so, I know Liz so me and Liz, we met at a training group, our Foot Club training. I remember the first time that she came into our Foot Club, and I remember that first session. That wasn't a walk in the park. That was a grueling session that you came into.
No, that killed me, that first session.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was like, it's not what I expected. But I died. I literally died. So yeah.
But since that, like, I've seen you've brought like loads of your family into the Fit Club. Oh, the at Waitemata, you brought loads of your family in, and then I see you like pushing your friends' family as well in the training. Why? Oh, can I just ask, why did you join the Fit Club?
So my bro was there. Like, so she was also another trainer in there, but also had my auntie, and so I had gotten so fat. My auntie's like, "Hey, you need to start losing some weight. You're too fat." Yeah. I'm like, "So what?" She's like, "Yeah, so come in." And so I hit her up about it, like what she was doing and all that. I was like, "Oh nah, oh well, I'll come and give it a go," because I'm like all about my ego. Like, I can do whatever. Yeah. So when I asked her about it, I found out it was the same one that my bro does. And so yeah, I decided to go on and have a tutu, and and it was pretty cool.
How long has it been now?
It's been over
a year and a bit.
Yeah.
Oh shit! So you still at it? Damn.
Yeah.
Well,
she's one of the lucky ones. She can actually still attend the club training. Okay? There's a few that got a trespass notice.
Okay. Oh, okay.
I wonder who that was. I wonder who that was.
That's right. It's coming in the mail. I think one of the first times that I did see you train, I just saw you pushing and motivating people. like to like, hey, you can do it, especially with Potos,
Yeah.
our friend Potos, or your friend Potos, for your work, is that the same sort of thing you do? Like, do you I guess push people into getting into homes, or
Like with work, it's pretty much as you, in order to overcome whatever you're going through, you need to see somebody that's gone through it, and that has pretty much a lived experience, and otherwise you just ain't gonna do it. It ain't gonna cut it. Like, you ain't just gonna listen. It's like pretty much with going to a rehab. You ain't gonna go to a rehab and just because you got a whole lot of people telling you that you can get through your shit. So you can get through your shit, that you're gonna make it through, because at the end of the day, someone that's going through it, they're gonna be like, and what have you done?
yeah, well,
Yeah,
what's your-
exactly.
Like, what, who are you to tell
What was
me
your
that
story?
you can get through this? What's your shit? You ain't got nothing. And so it's pretty much the same with that.
Okay.
No, true. So you got to have a bit of experience with that stuff.
And in order to see people succeed, or in order to have followers, especially if you have overcome those situations.
So you yourself, have you been through situations like that?
I've been through many, and that's why, like, as for being a peace support worker, that I'm the man at my job. Because
yeah.
I've been through there, lived that life, done all that shit, and I've been able to overcome it. But in order to overcome anything, you have to have the right support. And I've just been very blessed in my life that I've had the right support in whatever line and pretty much whatever line I've gone to.
Yeah, because whereabouts you stay in? You were saying you stay in Rano, yeah. Yes. So you've been here all your life, or?
No, I haven't been there all my life. So I was New Zealand born. Grew up over in Raro. Came back.
That's busy. So whereabouts in Raro did you stay?
So I lived in the beautiful village of Arorangi, that was like also known as the Arorangi Bears.
Yep.
Pretty much the red side of the island. So grew up there most of my life. Went to school there. And then I came to New Zealand.
Oh, true. Because I myself, my parents come from. My mum actually comes from Titikavaka.
Oh shit! No.
Yeah, so it's around the other side of the island.
Then the blue side of this.
Yeah,
the blue side of the island. Wow.
That's good to know. Far out, busy. So, how old were you when you came over from Rara?
So I came over when I was 12.
Yep.
I'm now 21.
Oh, true. So you've been here ever since?
Yeah, I've been here for a long time now. Yep. And yeah, it's just it's been a different, pretty much a different lifestyle compared to living there.
Yeah, it is. It's a bit more faster here, eh?
Bit more faster, and I don't think, like, realistically there's a different way of living. So over for me over in the islands, it's all like you work for what you want.
Yeah.
Whereas over here, it's totally different into. Oh, well, I'm not gonna say that not everyone's like that, but there's you can still live here without like working for working to provide.
So it's like feeding the pigs and that in the morning, early morning.
Yeah, every morning feeding the pigs, feeding the chickens.
Yeah, picking up the pawpaw. I used to do that at my uncle's place in Titikavaka. That was crack up. It was good. It was a good lifestyle.
Oh yeah, hard out. I remember when I took my oldest back there. My oldest said he just loved feeding the chickens and all that. And my dad tried to keep him. Like, no, we're going back to NZ, man.
They keep him to work the plantation.
Yeah.
Oh, cool. Far out.
Oh, okay. Back to your what you do for a living, Liz. So say for example, how do I get, like, if I wanted to volunteer and help out the people there? What other avenues, or who do I see to get involved in doing that?
You just go online. You just go online onto the page.
Website.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, okay.
Oh, and then you just apply.
Pretty much.
So,
There's certain parts in there that you can.
Oh, cool.
Okay, so just for the breakfast, because I've never. Oh, okay, so just for what did you have for breakfast today?
What did I have for breakfast? I had a shake.
Oh, nice,
shake
nice,
for breakfast.
What did you have for breakfast there?
I don't. Yeah, I don't do breakfast. No.
Oh, yeah, because you're a shift worker, right?
Yeah. So my breakfast is more like at around about 11 because I do graveyard. So yeah, but I try and keep it to 1 or 2 meals a day. It's helping. Plus the keto, but I haven't started keto again yet. Probably after this weekend.
Hey, just another question, Liz, because I know you got life experience. You were once not homeless, but you were out on the streets.
Yeah,
Can you just share a bit of some stories about that?
Also, like, I pretty much lived a lot of my youth out. Lived out. Yeah, well, if I wasn't in Izzy, I was pretty much out in town, roaming the streets, and yeah, pretty much just doing anything I wanted to do. You know, that was freedom for me. Was away from my parents, away from everybody, and living life how I wanted to live.
Was that later on in your teens?
Like halfway through my teens before I ended up in juvie and all that kind of shit.
Oh, damn, true.
But yeah.
Oh, yeah. So you would have been what? Came here around about 12, and then stayed in Ranui, and then started doing all that. Yeah.
Yeah, so like yeah, pretty much just went through a lot of the homes and like just came across the meanest. Like I said, I've been very blessed in my life there. I've come across like the meanest caregivers in my life. Anyone that was pretty much involved with me, I found someone in every, and yeah, pretty much in whatever I was doing, I was just very blessed.
Yeah, when you find it's cool when you find people like that, because then it actually motivates you to better yourself in some way.
Yeah, it does, but it's when you're like, for myself, it's when you're ready to give life a go. But it's also about finding that right partner. So like I didn't give a shit before, but then I just found a partner that wanted better and just didn't. You know, it wasn't all about the drugs to my partner, and so yeah.
Oh, that's cool. Oh, that's really good.
I wanted to ask you a question, so Liz, just about just some stories, some stories that you remember as a kid, like living on the streets. What would your daily routine be?
I would say it was more about earns. So like I was much into my earns. I would have been charged for it. So
Sorry, what was that again? About your?
It was mostly like growing up. It was about the hustle.
Oh yeah.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Man, because I've never really been. I mean, no, I haven't been in that bad. I mean, yeah, semi bad. But not as bad where I actually go to jail or juvie.
And it was like mostly about the partying and just the free life and being with others that were your age and just having no rules. So
I remember because I was a pretty bad kid growing up. I used to go into the old warehouse in Henderson, like where the vaccination places now.
Yeah, opposite the Aussie Butcher and that.
Yeah,
on the other side.
So I used to walk in there and steal spray cans. Yeah, and then I'd go and sell them at school to all the taggers. That's what I used to do. I used to fill my bag up with spray cans and then walk out, and then go sell them at school. That was, yeah.
So where was the point where, when did you snap out of it? Was it after you hooked up with your partner, or was it before that?
So it was a bit before that. So got out of jail. So I ended up in jail, got out, and I got out to a beautiful family. And it was pretty much a recovery, and they are very life changing, and that was Grace Foundation. So Grace Foundation was the place that just flipped the switch for me, and like I said, in order to overcome shit, you have to be able to see that people have overcome it. So when I got out of jail, I ended up with the Latelli family.
Dave.
Natalie,
I ended up with their family, and they just showed me a way that there can be a life after the shit that you've gone through, and despite all the charges or whatever you've got, that there is a way. And I ended up staying in there, and I just found a whole lot of way. And that was so. Grace Foundation was a part of the organisation that took on anybody, and it really. It was all about everything. It didn't matter what charges you had accumulated or what pretty much what life you came from. They took you in, and yeah, they showed you a different way. It was an organisation led by all lived experience, and that's why I give it up to my girl Vix. You know, rest in peace to Vix. You know, you changed a lot of people's lives. Even though she's not here with us today, I know she's shining down on us. So yeah.
So how long has Grace Foundation been in?
So they're gonna kill me if they saw that. So I know for a fact it's been going for more than 7 years. It could actually be 10 years.
Oh, true.
Yeah, so I was I've been involved with them for like, I know, for at least the last 5-6 years.
Yeah.
And they're still a big part of my life. You know, they're my mentors. They're the one, like, if I've got something to bitch about or cry about or how to overcome my hurdles, that's who I turn to. And so yeah, so they're pretty much they're an organisation that once you go in there, you're obligated to you have to do like programs for like the first 3 to 6 months, and then after that, like, and I suppose it's all up to you. And I've seen it change so many lives, and pulled so many people that were in whatever the fuck they were up to, pulled them away from their shit, and where they just mellowed out, you know, and they've learnt to be happy. It is a faith-based organisation. It's just, I wouldn't even call it an organisation, but it's a life-changing place, and it's the place that you want to go to if you want to overcome anything. There's like programs in there that help you, or like they like flip your mindset and all that, and you're not doing it alone. You're doing it with like fucking 100 other people. And so like you know you get so you first come in, you get put into a transition house, and they like see where you are. So you go from a transition house and you go out to independent houses. And so
independent houses meaning like homes?
Like
yes.
Not
like with families
house.
and stuff?
Yeah, but with in amongst yourself. So like you're like pretty much under the sun for like the first couple of months, and when they feel that you're ready, or when you know that you're ready, and like you're not gonna that's when where you're trustworthy to go to the other houses. And that's when you start to live life, and like especially if you're like starting to work and all that, like, and that's what I found with being there, is I was very, very blessed to be one of their first ones to do their transitions into work with a criminal record, and they ended up being very successful.
So what did it feel like when you started working? Like, did you ever work before that?
Yeah, oh no, I had worked before that, but it was working what's the word for it? It was working after all the trauma or whatever the fuck you've gone through.
Yeah.
And like even with like a lot of people these days, especially a lot of our poly people, is they're so used to like getting told nah, or what, they're so used to getting rejection. And then in a lot of places it doesn't want you to, like, once you've been rejected so many times, a lot of people, they give up. But then like through this through them, I found that like if you there was always hope. It didn't stop. And like even the boys now, like a lot of the boys that were in there when I was in there, they're all doing their own gyms and all that. And so yeah, shout out to Change Recruitment, Torvea, shout out to you. Yeah, and so like it's really overcome, like you've overcome hurdles and you've seen a different lifestyle, but you've got the best people. Like, so to anyone that knows like Butterbean's parents, and he talks about it himself, as his parents, oh man, they're from seeing where their lives were once upon a time to seeing where they are now, like they're like my idols. Like his mum, she is like the role model. Like, she's probably gonna slap me when she'll be like, how fucking dare you talk about me, bitch. But she's like, yeah, she's like the role model for many, and in order to succeed you need to see a good role model and see someone that's doing it for real and not being an eat-ass. And that's exactly what I found for me that the Latelli family have been all about. Has been about.
Yeah, because when you'll see it eat-ass too, especially if you've been through that stuff, you'll see it straight away.
Yeah, you can see it, but like, yeah, that family is just they've changed lives.
So is Butterbean's parents a part of the Grace Foundation as well?
Yeah, so his whole family are, and like, so like, but and that's what I mean is their family is they've come from, like you've got the trainings there. You know, they're making changes in all different lifestyles. Like especially if you're fat, like, if you're fat, and like he's doing his programs. And you see the movement that's going all around the nation.
Yeah.
Butterbean's probably the biggest thing that's out there, you know.
Because he used to come into work, and I think that was right about the time his workout things, when he started doing his workout stuff, it just started blowing up. I forgot, there's probably a couple, I may be wrong, 2 or 3 years ago, I think. That's when I noticed, and then now it's like, you know, it's taking over New Zealand, pretty much.
I think before he started his boot camps and that, he was boxing, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, and I think he was, like, wasn't he? Weren't they paying him to fight and to lose the weight? No.
No, I can tell you now that that's not that.
Oh.
You know, that's no way he's probably gonna shoot me for this too. Is you know, like he said in his story is. And this is why a lot of us believe in him, is because, like he said, he couldn't do his shoes up at one stage, and that's why he is he's a big role model to everybody. Is like
Is that because of the size?
Yeah, like he was just like he was massive too, but especially with a lot of the ones that I've seen, even myself, that I've like. On one of his other trainers, I got to see him right from his very first training session, and I remember it, and like we had to walk. I was like, and this fella he fought, and that brother Phil, you should all shoot me later.
I think I'm friends with him on Facebook. He's had a couple of fights in the ring, right?
Yeah, well, like I remember his first one, and like just seeing, and he did. You know, I remember we had to go up these. I remember we had a field or something. It was at a field, and we had to walk up these up the hill, and then go around and come back around, end up on the field and do the same thing. It's like fuck, and this fella, and he fought all the way.
Yeah, it's hungry, just sick of not being able. Because I know that feeling like there were some things that were like, because I was a lot bigger too.
Yeah.
And there were some simple things that were really hard to do, but they should be easy.
Yeah.
And that's what pissed me off most, especially for me with going to the bathroom. I had massive issues with that.
Yeah.
I wasn't comfortable about it, just being so big. I just couldn't maneuver properly in the bathroom. So fuck, that pissed me off big time.
Yeah. And so how come you're not that weight now?
No. Yeah, it's because of that mindset.
Yeah.
Being active at work and that.
And this guy. Yeah, that's the other thing too, being active at work. Hey, going back to the Grace Foundation, is it government funded?
No. Well, not that I remember. Well, when I was there, it wasn't.
Oh, real?
Yeah, so and this is what it was for me, and this is why I have so much like love for this family, is they did everything for years, like years and years of no funding whatsoever. And so and I always said to myself, if I ever cracked lotto and they said you gotta call us some money, all my money would go there.
Wow.
Shucks.
Like
because you've been through it, man. Hey.
Yeah, well, I saw the struggles in there, especially being at the especially living with them, and knowing that they weren't getting the government funding, and I don't know what the situation is now, but I know for years they had no funding.
Can they can apply for that, do we?
I'm not too sure. I'm not too sure how all that goes.
How did they support the programs in it?
So that's pretty much like. Actually, now that I think about it, I wouldn't have it's a lot of the journeys through there were like was everybody's own time.
Oh shit.
Yeah, so like even like when they used to come into the jails, as that was all on their own time. That was all out of love.
Damn.
And that's why like if there was going to be anything like if there was going to be anything that should go to any family, for me it should be to them. You know, there's not many people that will deal with, like, for love, deal with just, like, give up all their time just to help other people out.
Hey, Liz, you know when you were on the program, was it just you? Was there how many?
Oh, fuck no, there were shitloads of us. There were shitloads, like, shit.
And it was only just the one family that was...
No, so there used to be 2 families that were in it. But but majority of that was the Letele family.
Oh.
Yeah, but there were other people that also, everyone that had anything to do with Grace Foundation, they were all lived experience, and that is the best that you can get. You know, like who better to show you the way than someone that's been through that shit themselves.
Yeah.
And like
they've come out the other end good, you know.
Yeah, and they're literally showing it.
Loving it,
Yeah, because so you've been with them like 5 or 6 years, eh?
Yeah, I've been around Grace,
Yeah, that's a hell of a transformation during that time.
Hard out, like, and that's all it was the timing, and you see the love and what they do, but that was the main thing is, you know, you were surrounded by people going through the same shit that you're in, and then, you know, you had a choice, you didn't have to be there. You could walk out whenever you wanted. Some of them may have been there on bail conditions, but they, you know, it wasn't like your other where you had to have locked doors and all that kind of shit. Like you could pretty much leave whenever the fuck you wanted.
Yeah, or take medication to keep you calm and all that shit.
Yeah,
true. Oh, that's what you mean.
Yeah.
Yeah, that just makes my story about stealing spray cans
obsolete.
It's like you're dealing with like lifers or like right down. You're having like, you know, you started off on the pettiest crime until like the biggest crimes. But it's through, that's what I found myself was through there where you know, change, and I suppose that's where a lot of people think that they're like Bible bashers and all that, when really that's a load of shit. It's like, but they are about God, and I tell you now, that's where I developed a relationship with God, was through there. Like, I'm not the biggest, like, I'm not going to sit here and tell you that I read the Bible every day or any of that.
I think I'm like that as well.
Yeah, but you know, that's where good seeds were planted, is there.
Yeah, far out. That's cool.
Yeah,
because I didn't know anything about Grace Foundation until I looked you up. Not trying to sound like a stalker, but I wanted to know who I was talking to, and then I think it came up on your Facebook page, I think.
Yeah,
and I saw the Grace Foundation. I was like, oh. Must be something like the Salvation Army, but on another level type of thing.
Yeah,
because no. Actually, when I think about it now, no.
It's a lot of them. There are a lot of places that are pretty much that, like you know, there are a lot of places that were funded. They are funded, and they have all the access to like all the different whatever fundings that they were, and yeah, like my time there. They did it. I pretty much lived alongside it, and they had no funding. Like, it was pretty much what came through, and a lot of them were donations through to like, I don't know, through whoever. But that's where a lot of theirs was.
So they do all the meals and stuff themselves as well?
Yeah, so they also run food and all that out south side. So where they feed the homeless, and you come into like, so you know, Pepster, the Puinui Seventh-day Adventist Church.
No. Not really familiar with outside.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
it's been a while.
While they run a lot of like they go out and they feed the homeless all over the place. Like even in town. Actually tonight, I wouldn't mind seeing if they're out there, but if they tonight is their hangi night out in town.
Oh,
and
nice.
so like they come together and they're serving, you know, and it's all for the love. Like they're going out there, they're just like smashing out food, giving them, especially during the COVID. Like they were out there doing the same thing. Yeah.
So do you, like now, are you in the Grace Foundation yourself, helping with other people, or?
No, but I will always claim that I am Grace.
Yeah, no, fair enough.
I'm forever Grace Foundation in my heart. You know, my heart will always be there. And like I said, you know, especially when it comes to big impacts in your life, you'll never forget the ones that helped you. And like that's one place that I know, especially with what they're doing, or if I need anything, or just to help out whānau and what have you, I'll bring them up. Or especially if I know someone that's wanting to go through recovery and like they're like sis, you know, I want out of this shit and da 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 da. I'm like, bro, don't go to rehab, because rehab ain't gonna save you. Like, you know, if you really want to, like, well, that's my own, and that's why I tell everybody that's my own opinion, is if you really want to succeed, or if you want to actually get out of it, you got to do it with people that really want to do it. So, like, for some people, rehab has worked, but for me, it was there.
So, do you reckon that's how you ended up in the job that you're in, through Grace?
Yes. So I've always been a part of the City Mission. But it was
just that reinforced it, eh?
Yeah, it did. You know, that changed my whole vision, like my whole vision in life. Like the way I viewed things, changed everything about it. It was going through that Grace program.
But I don't understand why the government won't fund Grace. That seems like an awesome.
I don't think that I don't know if they
ask for it, eh?
Yeah, as a lot of their time, like, they don't ask for shit, and that's why I'm saying, like, if there was anyone out there, as for me, Grace is the way to go. Like, sure. You know, as everyone has forgotten about a lot of the people that have come out of there, you know, the thousands and thousands that have gone through there. Majority of the people that are there have come from prison. And that's one place, like, unless you're, like, through paths, but, hey, they're all funded to do all that shit. As, if they were gonna... like ones that come like going through jails, as they're forgotten pretty much, and that's just the reality of it. Is they're all forgotten.
So Grace gets those guys as well from prison?
Yeah. So like I said, any charges, it doesn't matter what it is. Like there is, Grace will, like, there's a place for you to go, and they're all about second chances.
Yep.
You know, when you go in there, they don't give a fuck about, like, you know, like, well, especially with the ones that run it, it's about who you are, and it's about the changes from here on out.
Oh, right. It's a massive stepping stone for anyone that's in that kind of situation.
Yeah.
I don't think I don't know anyone that's been through. I think what Liz has been through, like growing up. In those circumstances that you were in when you were like younger. I don't think I know anyone that's had that sort of background growing up, you know. But it's good that, you know, you've come out the good end, you know, and I guess there'll be a lot of people that appreciate what you do for your job, and I guess helping the people out there in Auckland City. Yeah,
well, I can tell you now that there's a lot of people that, you know, that probably gone through that, you just didn't know, that you know, that have gone through that, you just didn't know that they have gone through that. There's like there's a lot of people that ain't as I wouldn't say I'm open, but there's a lot of people that are still dealing with their trauma and just haven't found the same love, or like actually there's a lot of them that have come out way better. But you'd be surprised with what's in your own neighbourhood, or what's in like your own street, and just the different lifestyles that are there.
Yes,
and that's what I found. You know, I found that I managed to see like even the richest people that have gone through the same shit, and you would have never thought that. And they put on a mean front, and sometimes they just want someone to cry to about their shit.
Yeah, hold on.
Yeah,
it can be anybody too.
Yeah.
Alright. So, you know, so all that stuff go through Grace now, and where you are. So, where are you right now? At the moment, where are you right now?
I'm in a good mindset, good spirit, and yeah.
Just mentally focused and ready to go.
Yeah, like there's still a lot. Like my main focus at the moment is my weight.
I think that's for all of us, bro. I'm the same. There's still a lot of weight I need to cut off.
Yeah.
Because I'm finding that the more I lose, the easier it's getting. Now my body's more like water. It's more fluid. It's not crack.
Yeah, know that feeling.
Yeah, so it does help. It does, you know, exercising and that, and especially eating healthy, and probably less drinking would help.
Yeah, that's why I cut the drinking off this year.
Oh, good on you. So it's been a year since you had a drink?
No, it's only been like, what's the date today?
5 days.
Oh, so Christmas and then
New Year's Eve.
Yeah, New Year's Eve was the last drink, drunk the rest of it, and that was me.
Yeah, I think I might for my last drink, I might have it this weekend because I'm having it with family that I haven't seen in ages. So I just waited for them because one of my cousins that I haven't seen in years. Yeah, it's been years. Shit. She just came back from Australia and she's already out of quarantine. But it'll be good just to see everybody again. So it'll be a good catch up.
Family vibes.
Yeah, and I think after that's the last drink, and then it's back to the hardcore, and actually put some workouts this year. Oh no, that's good to hear.
So what's your family name over there?
In Rara.
Yeah.
Oh shit, because there's my mum's birth name is Tomakino.
The Tomakinos. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, but she was brought up by the Caffreys.
Oh, I didn't know that family.
That's the family she stayed with in Titicaca. So she was brought up by the Caffreys.
Yeah, my school teacher, she was a Tomakino, and they were all from Titicaca.
Oh, true.
Yeah, I can't remember her name. I remember, I just remember her. I remember what she looks like.
Oh, true.
Yeah, I remember what she looks like with the ruler in her hand.
Have you ever been back to Rara yet?
The last time I was there, so my boy's 14 now. I took him back when he was 8 months. I haven't been back for a long time. I want to go back, but then I'm scared that I won't come back.
Yeah, that is the case though, because it's just so relaxing down there.
Hard out, love it.
The only problem is for me because I like the busy lifestyle, and when I go there, I think after 3 or 4 days, it's just like, nah, I want to get back and do stuff.
I think I just like the Rara girls.
Okay.
I think, yeah. on the brochures.
Yeah, man, if you ever landed on the island, I'll tell everybody to lock their doors.
Queen, okay.
Nah.
I loved it there. Love it. Yeah, that's home for me. Yeah, one of many homes.
So what's your big plans? You got any big plans coming up?
No, not really. Just to be the best that I can be.
Yeah.
And get. Actually, my only biggest plan is just to get the body I want.
Yeah.
Get the body I want. Be the peer support worker that I want to be, and just take it to places that no one's ever taken it.
Did you do any training for any of the stuff?
No.
Oh, real? So it's just all by experience?
Yeah. So that's so my team's all about. So we're all the lived experience team.
Oh, true.
So I hate paperwork. There's no way in how I hate it.
True.
Yeah.
I didn't even know that a team like that existed.
And there's teams all around. There's teams all around the nation that are like that. That go by lived experience, and that was like the best thing about Grace was they didn't care what you had. It was through I got places by being me and just by going through the shit that I went through.
Yeah.
Man, it makes you think, hey, like you were saying, like heaps of people go there, right? Thousands and thousands. What the hell's wrong here? It's like if there's a lot of people going, there must be something wrong.
Well, it's majority of the ones that go there are pretty much the ones that are forgotten, or like that no one wants to help because you have a record, or like the people believe that you are like
evil.
You can't change.
Yeah, it's pretty much that. It's like there's no hope in you. Like they've lost all hope, but really there's hope in everybody. I've seen some pretty mean gangsters change their ways just by being there.
Yeah.
And that's all different colours. And like if you were to even if you were to go and have a look at Grace Foundation, you'll see you got different gangs that all sit together. And, they're going there. It's like it's not about what gang you are or what have you or what colour you represent. It's you're all there for one reason.
Oh shit, that's out of it. That's pretty buzzy.
Yeah. And that's a success that I've seen, and they're like, I was like, there wasn't many many streeties that were there when I was around.
Yep.
So I was like the bottom of the food chain, like kind of thing. But you know, it was through I got to meet some awesome people, made some mean bonds to this very day. I'm still very you know, I still catch up with all like majority of my crew that were in there, and even seeing them now, like going back, I always go back for visits and what have you, go back for openings whenever they're opening up new houses, or just seeing like they've like just the progress that they've come and they've done. You know, they've changed. It's so much better, and it's like just the success rate is a lot better than ever.
Do you guys cover medical care as well?
No, so you still do your own doctors and all that.
Okay,
shit.
yeah.
It's pretty much like it's pretty much just flipping the script.
Yeah.
You know, and like they say in the Bible, is not everyone in the Bible we're all saints.
Mm.
And then it's out of it, like, fuck, actually, I had to look for this.
Yep, look,
I found a good post, and this was by one of the girls there. Oh shit, no, I can't find it, but it was pretty much it was pretty much like what God sat with sinners, but he didn't sin with them. You know what I mean? For me, that's a big thing.
Yeah. Because you're not being judged.
No, it's just like he doesn't really. Just because other people are sinning and you're sitting with them doesn't mean that you have to sin as well. And so that's pretty much for me. Like in other worlds, is just because people are around you that are doing whatever the hell they're doing, it doesn't mean you have to involve yourself. Like you can still sit with them, and yeah.
Yeah, because I remember I was in camps in another podcast. During the COVID and stuff, and some of the people that I'm serving, everybody's getting a bit, really stressed out. But the ones that I found out they weren't that as stressed. I mean, usually you would think you'll get trouble from these types of people. They weren't with the gang members. They were they'll come up, they'll get their stuff. They knew exactly what they wanted, because I have to go and grab it and then bring it back. But the normal 9 to 5 person is the one that I struggle with. So I was like, what the hell? It's like the reverse roles type of thing. So it was quite funny. So I was like, oh, true. You have to sing about certain types of people, but then, it flips again. So it's like, oh, true. Everyone's in the same boat, I guess.
Yeah, it just depends on what boat do you want to end up in.
I guess also too, it depends like how you talk to them. I guess if you have to tell oh, this guy must be trouble, and then you act like a dick, of course he's going to retaliate because he's going to read off it straight off the bat.
And
but he could be a nice person,
Yeah,
he could be intelligent.
Yeah. You just don't know. You just can't judge them by how they look.
Yeah, and that's exactly it. Like, see, especially with in the hood, you have some real people, and a lot of people do look down on a lot of people in town. But if you got to sit down and got to know them, it's like actually that's in a lot of places, not just with being in the hood, but you sat down and got to talk to them, and you realise that with a lot of people you have so much more in common than what you have with some of your friends. You just never. A lot of people just don't give people the chance, and that's what I found in my line of work, and that's why I'm the man at my job.
Talking about jobs. Hey, when you supposed to hook me up a job?
What? No, I was supposed to send the link. I just keep forgetting.
Man, I don't really have much qualifications, but I do know I have life experience, if you know what I mean. Certain situations that have happened in my life, I guess caused me to, be by myself, if you know what I mean.
I think more for you to grow even more. That's my life experience. People might, some people that have been in my shoes could have done it, could have went a different route, about things, but I'm not that type of person. I'm
I'm really just sit on the fence and just watch. I'm not gonna dive head first or whatever into certain situations that I don't know, but how's your guys' day?
Let's get back to this. Yeah.
No. I just wish there was more people like that, in the health industry.
Yeah.
Like that have that experience type of thing. It'll be better too.
So what I felt is everyone has their experience. Like, just because like there's just some that go out and they and what I found that go out and get labelled, I suppose, in that world. Like, so especially now as like being a peer support worker labels me as that lived experience, and now I can, and now they. Yeah, it's pretty much just labelled me. But everyone has lived experience in their own worlds, whether it be like whatever way they grew up and stuff like that. They could be lived experience and being alcoholics and like some people mightn't even realise that they are alcoholics, but then you tell them to put down the beer.
Yeah, and they find it hard to. Yeah, they don't realise how much they're drinking or doing.
And that's a lived experience in itself.
Yeah, true that.
Is there a lot of in your line of work, Liz? Is there a lot of PIs?
Oh, heaps of PIs. There's shitloads, and I suppose like I would say for myself, I click more with majority of the PIs, but. Because they see me as a singer. Like,
oh yeah.
You get some that will really challenge you, and whatever it is. But there are a lot of I would say not just there's a lot of Polynesian. Yeah.
Just another question. Hey, what nationality are you?
So Māori, Samoan, Cook Island. Yeah.
Okay. Oh.
So, but I didn't really know my South side, but brought up mostly on my Cook Island side, and just got to know my Māori side since I was like 12. Yeah. So I didn't even know I was Māori or Samoan.
I see for your cookie all this time.
Yeah, I thought I was like full fucking cookie breed. Not even.
Oh damn.
Yeah. How dare you?
Yeah, look at our manager having beer.
Yeah, there's so much Polynesian, but it's the Polynesians that I suppose that will listen to you, because especially like with what I do is a lot of the polys and the ones that I deal with. Like and both, especially with the Grace Foundation, is they see what role I've done and what role I played, and I suppose they know I'm not talking shit, and I won't set them up to fail. And like if people want to set them up to fail, I'm just like shut that shit down.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's good that you're not afraid to say that either.
No, it's cost me a lot of things over the years. It's not shutting my mouth, but at the end of the day, I am who I am.
Yeah, no, because you gotta stop it right there and then. Because if it carries on, this just gonna create a whole nother problem.
Pretty much. Yeah.
Besides work, Liz, what else do you love to do?
What else do I love to do? I love eating. I love going fishing.
Yeah.
Camping, hunting. It's been a long time since I've been hunting, but that was like. Yeah, but diving, all of it, especially anything to do with Mother Nature and Tangaroa, that's me.
Hunting? Like hunting with an actual rifle?
No. Dogs.
Dogs. Oh, okay.
Dogs and a knife.
What? Dogs and a knife?
Yeah.
And what do you kill? Deer?
No, not deer. So like when I was a lot younger, or when I used to go out all the time, it was mostly pigs. We'd go out hunting for, especially out in the Uruweras. So yeah, like and that was
Was that here or back in Raro?
No, that's down the line. That's like the beautiful land of Tuhui.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Whoa, that's buzzy. So you let the dogs grab the pig and then you do the rest?
Yeah, it's just instant.
See that. So okay, I want to share something. Like what you just said. I've never ever been hunting. I've watched is it Matua Parkinson on the Māori TV? He used to go hunt. He was hunting. I don't know. I think it was like deer or they were hunting something. But that's the closest I've been to hunting.
Man, no, I've never been hunting either. I want to.
you see a lot of hunters, especially a lot of the kids, and like. So growing up in my teenage years, you weren't allowed that, because ammo's expensive. Like, any ammunition is expensive.
Oh, hence the knife and the dog.
Yeah. And like it was just easier.
Do you know how to cut up a pig? Or
I know how to kill it. And
yeah.
I know how to kill it, gut it, and singe it. That's about it.
Wow.
shit.
Like,
You know more than me, okay?
yeah.
Damn.
You can just cut my ribs next time.
I'll just get a countdown or something, pack and save.
Yeah, I know when because my uncle and dad, when they used to, because all my mum's the one that was the feeding family,
Yeah.
all her uncles, well, her dads, they're all butchery, just by experience, and they used to hang up the cow, the whole carcass, and they'll be just talking about, they'll be all wasted, all drunk, and they'll be talking about, oh no, you cut the leg here, and the other one will be going, nah, you're doing it wrong. You gotta do it like this. It's crackle.
Yeah, so especially over in Marawa, like my dad was known for so I was brought up by my grandparents, and so my dad, he was not like he was the one that everyone came to get their to do their best. And so for us growing up, even though we're in Marawa, we grew up pretty healthy.
Yeah, because everything's organic.
Yeah, so we could just go into the freezer and he'd already have the rump cut up, or like the legs, or the brisket, and you just whatever you wanted, and you just cut off wherever you wanted. Yeah, so if you wanted like gravy beef or what have you, you just knew what part to take.
If you ever go hunting, can I come over?
You're gonna be the bait.
Sounds about right. Yeah, run, Ave, run.
I ain't going nowhere, man.
I'm telling you now, balls, man. They're fucking balls. Balls still scare that's when you hear them, especially if you got a baby around, and that's what the uncles used to do. They used to hold up the babies and make them squeal so that they can look for the parents.
Oh,
Yeah.
Oh, sure.
And keep the babies.
Oh, yeah, and then farm them as they get older. Yeah. Man, because I used to, my cousins are rare because they knew how to do that stuff.
Yeah.
And I'm older than them. These guys are younger than me. And they're, Eric, dude, which one do you want? I go, oh, whatever that part is.
Yeah.
And I'll just be there cutting it up. I'll be sitting there watching drunk. I was going, I don't know what you're doing, nephew.
Okay. Miss those days in the islands.
Okay. Just a question. We'll just go around. Okay. I think I've asked this. We've done a podcast about it. But just what's your take on vaccination?
Yeah, that's an interesting one.
Chiefly, I am. The reality is, I am anti-vax hard.
Oh, real?
Yeah, but then the reality is these days, and this is why I hate it. Is like for me, the vax is all about. It goes back down to the treaty. Is everyone says that you have a right. You have a right into in getting the vax or not. But then, this is how I put it to people. When you go to jail, you get stripped, or if you go and get locked up, you get stripped down and then you get told to squat. You can either do it the easy way or the hard way. You do it the easy way, you're all good, you're gonna get it over and done with and all done. You do it the hard way, you're gonna end up in a fight, but you're still gonna end up with the same consequences. And you're still gonna end up having to squat and get searched. So for me, getting the vax was you look at and I know that there's a lot of people here in Aotearoa that were against it, but what they had to also realise, and this is the brutal reality of it, is you got a lot of workers, and the benefit just doesn't cut it. For some people it does, but you can't get all that. If you got a family of 8 or more. It's really hard to provide for that family, without them having to live off noodles and shit like that. So or did I go away from the story?
No.
No. Is like you got ones that have mortgages. They got to provide for their families in order to keep everything and to keep the luxuries that they have got. You gotta follow through with the mandate.
Yeah.
And that's what sucks.
Yeah.
So like, you know, there's no way in hell that I would have got vaxxed, but because not just about like having extra money, it does help in the long run, because you can't live here in Auckland off the land.
Yeah.
Not like in the islands.
No, you can't live off the land, and you know, you can't just have heaps of plants, because reality is they've probably got like, or if you're out in the wops, it's, you know, it's easier to live and easier to
live off the land that way.
you're not conform to the worldly things. And that's so yeah, like yeah, I'm really not for it, but for my family, and especially being in Auckland and to do the job that I love doing, is I can tell you now that I cried when I got my jab. Yeah. It was like the worst feeling in the world. Yeah.
So did you get both of them done?
Yeah, I had to.
Yep.
Had to to be able to keep my job.
Yeah.
And like and my job, I saw it like, not only, you know, I saw like when I got my jab, that I saw a post, and it was one of my cousins, and she couldn't even buy sushi because she didn't have she didn't have a pass.
Yeah.
You know, she wasn't able to go into Macca's or any of that shit because she hadn't had, you know, she doesn't have a vaccine pass.
Yeah.
And that's what sucks. You can't leave Auckland
without a
like
you need a pass.
You need the passes, but you got to go through all these processes.
Yeah.
And that's stripping the people, well, in my of their rights, and that goes straight back down to the treaty. Like, you know, our people, our people, they lost everything because they did not conform to the ways of the Pākehā.
Yeah.
And so, yeah, that's like,
no,
is that what you wanted to hear? Like,
Yeah,
No,
no,
good.
that's no, it's all right.
What are your take on it, Eric? What?
It was the same as before. Like, I wasn't really down. Not really, but I didn't really, really give a shit about it. I had a look at it when the first COVID came out, and it was pretty serious then. But now I just seen, nah,
yeah.
I don't really give a shit anymore.
For me personally, like I got a message like to go to a bar or something, and you needed to be double vaxxed. So I was like, oh shit! So I got my first jab, but that's the point. Is like,
So you went for the bar.
yeah. But the
You
point
gave
on
the
mentioning-
rights up for the alcohol.
He keeps on mentioning that too.
but my point is, for me to go to the gym and do something that I love to do and train, and it's benefiting me, you know. I know some people that are totally against vaccination. I have family that have quit; they're not working anymore, so
Yeah.
they're anti-vaxxers hard because they're standing firm. But like what you were saying, Liz, like if it was if I had a family of 8 and I had to feed them and you needed to get a double vax, of course I'll do it. I need to put food on the table, or else I'll be going to a place and robbing them, you know, and that's even making the situation worse, you know. But no, I'm sort of I'm glad that I got double vax because now I can just go to the gym whenever I want, train. And hopefully when the borders open, I can fly over to Australia. So that's my ultimate goal, you know, to fly overseas.
Yeah, hopefully they get that sorted soon too. Hopefully hopefully by March.
Oh, okay.
'Cause there's a lot of people wanting to fly out.
Yeah.
Because it's still closed there, the borders.
No, I don't think they are.
I have no idea, to tell you the truth. I haven't been looking.
No, because I'm pretty sure that one of my girls, she went over to us she was like here not long ago, and now I find out she's not here.
Oh,
But then again, you remember that UK guy that brought over Omicron?
the DJ.
Yeah, the DJ. So I guess the borders aren't closed.
But no, that's exactly how I feel about the vax. Is you were stripped, and in order to do anything,
rights.
you had to get that.
Yeah.
So yeah, as hard as it is, and even now to deal with it, I'm not happy I got it. I'm still not happy I got it. But you know, I for myself, is there's not many people that in my like they can do what I do. Like realistically, this is how I see it. There's not many people that can do what I do and do the changes that I can do.
Yep.
And yeah.
Yeah, so the vaccination will give you that opportunity to carry on doing that too.
Yeah, and I saw a lot of people like even thinking about it, like, and even my partner just said, you know, who's going to help the people? Like, I'm like, how dare you? How dare you throw that shit at me? Like, how do you do this to me?
I think that, I guess the other thing too, that the feedback, because when I did get my double vax, people like I had certain people calling me a sellout, like, man, you're a sellout, you know. But then at the same time, I'm like, oh, but I get to go to a gym, I get to go use a store drinking in the garage. Do you know what I mean? Like, I get to go to a bar or whatever. Do you know, there's certain freedoms that it did give me, you know.
The bar, we all know the bar.
Yeah, the bar, but yeah, like when it first came out, I only got my 2 vaccinations in the month of December. That's when I got both my vaccinations in the first week, and then on the 29th. And as soon as I hit 29th, I went Lincoln Road and got my second jab, and I was like, sweet, now I can go to the gym. You know, I can go train, do what I love to do. You know. Yeah.
It's been 1 hour and 8 minutes.
How long do you want to go for?
I think we should wrap it up.
Hey. Okay. So before we wrap it up, I just want to go around and just 2022. I think. Oh, Liz.
Yeah, 2022 for Liz.
Yeah. What do you want? Like, what do you want out of 2022?
Oh, out of 2022. I want to. I'm gonna. Actually, it's not what I want. It's I'm gonna be the man. I'm gonna be the man and be the best at everything that I can, and I will do. Yeah, a lot of that's got to you know, not talking all the time and got to listen sometimes, but it sucks. It is what it is.
You'd make a mean fit club coach.
Yeah, I can see that too.
I know I will, but then like, and so I was keeping myself on that wagon too.
Yeah.
It's finding that balance, but no, but that is my main goal is my fitness.
Yeah.
Nice.
Oh, go hard.
Please.
All the best. Yeah, I'm on the same boat. Like I was saying before, continue with what I'm doing now. Just add a bit more and see where I go from there, and do some financial stuff hopefully this year as well.
And you?
Fitness, health. I've already started training back in maybe 2 weeks before New Year's. I already started training, and I've just got good momentum going at the moment. Good people training with as well. But now for 2022, I want besides my fitness, I just want to be I guess stable in life, like job, house, overseas or here, you know, Australia or here. That's where I want, just stability, I guess.
Cool.
What would keep you here?
Nothing at the moment. Just my parents, but I think I just miss my kids more. Yeah.
You're hard.
Yep. Thanks, Liz.
Yeah, thanks again, Liz.
for coming on the podcast tonight. Thanks for sharing your life story, your experiences, your work life as well, and also your journey. Thank you. Any last words?
Yeah, so where can they find is the Grace Foundation on the Facebook?
Yeah, Grace Foundation. Yeah, yes, they are there on Facebook. They're on Google. You can look them up. And so anyone that's wanting, that change of life, or having that, or like even if you're going through depression and you want to just go through and be with a whole lot of
like-minded people.
Yeah, pretty much be around something like, or flip the script on yourself, changing the mindset. I'd say Grace Foundation is the best place to be. And like, yeah, it's whatever, like addictions, if you're a woman beater or a man beater, whatever, and you just really need that break for yourself, as that I can like just 100%. I just give you up to Grace Foundation, and you'll just love it. Yeah.
All right. All good.
Thanks
Thanks again, Liz.
Thanks, Liz. Thank you.
Cool. Thanks, guys.